So on today's show, we get into a very important conversation about the institutions and the opportunities that are there for you, especially the young people. You're out there thinking, oh my God, I got this grade, what do I do with myself? And especially women. I've seen this particular program do huge things for women out there. So we're getting into a conversation today around a private sector-led approach to skills development in Kenya. It's a combination, a collaboration of different institutions that have come together to just make sure that your life is better. That skills are not just vitu unakaa tu chini una decide nifanye, nisifanye, nitapata kazi kweli. So it's 360. You study, you get the skills, you get job. Like, unaget. That is exactly what we need in this Kenya for today. So when we're talking about this, I have a very interesting panel that is here with us today as we talk about a private sector-led approach to skills development. And we are opening it up to all of you to ask whatever question it is. If you're sitting at home, our lines are open. Just call us and we'll be able to answer your questions. And you can talk to us on social media as well. That is NTV Kenya on all over our social media platforms. And I'd just like to take this opportunity to introduce my amazing panel. And I will start with, I think, my immediate left. We have Jimmy Delon and Delion. I hope I said that right. Did I say it right? Correct. And maybe you can just tell us a bit of what you do with the PropelA program.
So thank you very much. Really excited to be on this program today. My name is Jimmy Delion. I work with Swiss Contact. Swiss Contact is an international NGO. We've been in Kenya for over 40 years and across the region and across the world, working in lots of areas, most specifically youth and skills development. Now, particularly in Kenya, and this is a very interesting topic that we are discussing today, having to do with young people, skills, employment, and opportunities in the marketplace. It's important to take a step back and to reflect on the context. And particularly looking at Kenya, we are all aware that over 1 million youth get into the labor market every other year. Yeah. And the sad thing is that not every one of them gets access to opportunities in the world. Jimmy,
I just want to take like a pause right there so that we can quickly know the rest and then get into it and say you're already in there. And I am excited for that because that's why we're here. We have right next to Jimmy, we have Miss Jane Kamau, who's the Director, Industrial Training and Skills Development from NITA. Karibu sana, Miss Jane.
Thank you so much. Yes. I'm also equally excited to be here.
Yes.
At NITA, we are under the Ministry of Labor within the State Department of Labor and Skills Development. So our mandate is to ensure that there are adequate skills for the labor force, those people who are out there anywhere, and we also regulate the skills which are for the employers within the workspace. So where work is happening, even now, even what you are doing, you are working,
yes,
we are your regulators. Where there is happening even in informal sector, we are the regulators. And we do this through the Industrial Training Act and a lot of guidelines that support us and the government policies that come with it. Yes.
All right. Asante sana, Miss Jane. And right next to Miss Jane, we have Emmanuel. Mbaire, I hope I'm saying that right, yes. An electrical technician at Ultra Power Services Limited, but you're also a graduate. Maybe you can just tell us a little bit about that from the PropelA program.
I'm a product and a believer of the program, and it's such a honor to stand here and explain to viewers who are seeing that this program is real, it's doable, and I appreciate for being a product of the program.
We're going to talk about you being a winner later, right? You're just being humble. It's okay.
Being humble.
Being humble. All right. And right next to Emmanuel, we have Dr. Harish Banderi. I hope I said that name right. Director at Atlas Plumbers Limited. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. As you introduced me, my name is Harish Banderi from Atlas Plumbers and Builders. We are part of the private sector firms associated with the program. Excited to be here and explain to your viewers if there's any questions they may have.
Absolutely, and I hope we get loads and loads of questions. And I feel like starting with Emmanuel. I just feel like starting from starting from you and understanding how you knew about this program, what interested you in it, the journey of that, the competition and all of that, just for any young ones who are listening and they're wondering, amongst all of those, there's a Gen Z over there who's, doing amazing things, and what opportunities lie in there for them?
So I'll start with the background of myself.
Yes.
I completed my secondary in the year 2019.
Okay.
I attained a C+, and I was selected to join Cooperative University to do economics. So that year, the next year was COVID. So COVID struck us hard and had to defer due to financial reasons. My mom was laid off from jobs. So I, being the firstborn, had to step aside, give my siblings an opportunity to learn.
Yes.
So I became a tutor. And also in the evenings, I worked as a part-time deliverer for Glovo. So during the day, I'm a tutor. In the evening, I work for Glovo. So around August in the year 2022, a family friend contacted me and said, Emmanuel, this Swiss contract, they have pitched their tent here in our area, and there's this program. You come with the certificates and be explained. So what interested me in the program was that you're able to learn at school, get an opportunity, also at the same time work at the company for 3 weeks every month. 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then on top of that the program was free. So remember me coming from a family where financial issues was the major thing.
Yes.
Getting a program which is free. So I jumped on immediately. And I chose electrical as my go-ahead subject. And I can say joining, that was the first step into me joining the program.
Okay.
I applied. I got selected to join Ultra Power Systems. So that's why I did every 3 weeks of my month for those 2 years of my training. 3 weeks. I had mentors who were with me, who walked with me step by step. I'll mention some of them: Engineer Aaron, Engineer Meshach, the owner. He stood with me. My mentors, Mr. Moses Marenga and Mr. Martin. So they taught me.
This is completely different from what you were studying.
Completely.
Because ulikuwa economics.
Yes.
Completely
engineering.
Oh, wow.
But I'm grateful that I chose it.
Okay.
Because it's a skill that I have. It's a hands-on skill that I have, which I think is more important for me as I'm going to grow in my life.
Yeah.
Because, okay, yes, I don't disregard economics, but remember, this is a hands-on skill that even if I'm not employed,
you're able to do something
something on my own.
Yeah.
So at Ultra Power, I got skills. It's a field that I was very new to. And the mentors, the company, they were very receptive to me.
Okay.
And they taught me. And also at school, I was able to get quality education from trainers who I can say were superb: Mr. Kevin, Mr. Paul, and Madam Veroline. They taught me, they stood with me. And so after, how I can explain it, how after the interview, you get to the company, you're selected. So you're into the program. So you're learning, you're at school 1 week, and you're 3 weeks at the company.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you get a stipend.
Ulipe school fees na pia unapatiwa hela.
Yes.
Yeah,
so at first, you see, when you're being explained to this by someone, I've never heard of a program such as that. So you get a stipend monthly. And it sustained me at that time. I was able to at least cater for my transport, my housing, accommodation.
Because now you stopped working at night.
Yes. Actually, when I applied, that was the end for...
Let's just take a pause right over there and understand what... I feel like, is it PropelA or just PropelA? It's PropelA. PropelA. No?
Yes, PropelA.
Oh, okay, PropelA. Okay. Yes. What gap is it trying? What is it, first of all, and what gap is it trying to, fill when it comes to youth employment in this country?
Absolutely. So first, it's a systemic problem. And with such stubborn problems, it cannot be fixed by any one actor. And that is why, sitting here, you've got NITA, you've got the private sector, together putting their efforts together to solve this problem. So the problem of youth unemployment in Kenya is really huge. So over 40% of young people in this country are not employed. At the same time, there is research out there that shows that certain sectors in the Kenyan economy are really demanding for skills. So there is a mismatch between what the TVET institutions are training and what the private sector is asking for. right? So that brings us to a very important nexus where there is a missing signal between supply and demand, right? And so that is where the PropelA program comes in, getting private sector ownership of the problem, getting private sector in the driving seat to collaborate with institutions of higher learning, TVETs, in this case Don Bosco, regulated by NITA, in coming up with a training program, which is inspired by the Swiss model, which combines classroom training with hands-on industry experience. So bringing all these ingredients together is what brought PropelA. So PropelA, like Emmanuel has described, offers the young person first an employment-led training program. He started his first day with a work contract, right? So for 2 years, he's working at the company. At the same time, he's getting theoretical knowledge at the school, which is Don Bosco. So that interaction of theoretical knowledge and hands-on experience informed by the latest market trends is what then makes people like Emmanuel very relevant to the marketplace.
I think it's a blessing. I think it's a blessing. Imagine if all Kenyans had that experience. If I know I'm getting out of school and immediately I'm getting a contract, I get theory and I'm working somewhere. And then I just want to probably rope you into this, Miss Jane. What role does NITA have to play when it comes to the PropelA program?
Okay, thank you so much. One of the things that we do is to collaborate.
Okay.
And that is why Swiss Contact is with us, because they are our collaborators. But as far as the regulatory program is concerned, is that NITA has a scheme.
Okay.
That's an apprenticeship scheme. We have several schemes. Basically, like there are 4. We have the apprenticeship scheme, the indentured learnership scheme, and we also have the skill upgrading scheme, industrial attachment scheme. But now we are discussing the apprenticeship scheme. So within the Act of NITA, under Section 21, we are supposed to come up with that scheme. And the scheme is supposed to standardize and regulate the apprenticeship program. Apprenticeship program has been there in Kenya for so many years. But remember, Kenya has also gone through a lot of transition, coming from a situation where every parent wanted their child to have a degree. And remember that time, our youth were not even as many as they are today. And then even a time when the country also got rid of most of the TVET institutions, now they are back. But they are back and they are many. But what is it that we are doing with them? How are we interacting with the employer? There's that disconnect between the employer and the graduate who is coming out. So for us at NITA, because we have the scheme, ours is to ensure that we collaborate. We first of all make clear what is the scheme, what is in the scheme. The scheme defines the entry point of this youth into the employer. How do they come together with the employer? So there is a contract that has to be signed, regulated by NITA. So they sign in triplicate, where the employer recruits, then we confirm that this employer pays industrial training levy, because that is what will be used to cater for this person when they are in the classroom. Then the employer has adequate staff. For example, we must align it to the at least not less than 3 staff for 1 apprentice, not the other way around. Then we inspect the employer's workspace to ensure that what is going to be happening there is actually what is supposed to be covered in the curriculum. Then we also agree with the employer on a training plan, such that the employer, betting on the work they have, because we realize that they are contractors, some of them, others have their own workflow. This is how they are going to be achieving the deliverables of the curriculum. And that curriculum, we make it together with the employer. It is an employer-led process. NITA does not know what the employer wants. It is the employer who knows what they want. So our responsibility through our sector training committees is to bring the employers together, give them a platform, gather the information from them on what should go into that curriculum, ask who knows best from them, and they actually front the people who participate in the curriculum development processing. So now we have done Kenya National Qualifications Level 5, and that is what we are implementing with Swiss Contact. After that, we shall also go, we normally go to the employer sites to inspect and to supervise that actually training is taking place. You know, you can send somebody somewhere to go and study something and then go there cleaning or making tea. So we also go back there and ensure that they are actually learning. Then the employer, through the mentor who is working hand in hand with these apprentices, normally they have to submit a report every month of what has been covered. Remember, they have gone to school, and what we are calling theory is also not too theoretical. Swiss Contact had to do a lot of work on Don Bosco workshops to ensure that it can handle this course.
Okay.
So the learning in the institution must have workshops, which are also similar to what is almost close to what the employer will be having.
Yeah.
And when we ensure that the two technologies are aligned, then we can approve that institution. But then the employer must tell us every week, based on the curriculum, this is what has been covered.
Okay.
Remember, the contract is signed by 3 people?
Yes.
Because he is getting a stipend.
Yes.
So it's not just going in there without any control.
Yeah.
So the employer also expects accountability. Need to expect accountability.
Okay.
That this person, 1 week is with the institution.
Yes.
3 weeks,
3 weeks.
there is the employer.
Yeah.
And they are delivering.
Absolutely. And I think it's a lot of work. And when we look at it, we don't probably see all of that that's happening behind the scenes.
Yes.
It's just like Emmanuel is here, he's looking great, he's just doing fine. But then there's a lot of work. And I know we're due for a break right now. But when you come back, Dr. Harish, I'd like to find out how you found out about this and why your company got involved with PropelA program. What is it that you bring to the table as well from the private sector? Right after this break. But we are open to answering all of your questions. So you can send them to NTV Kenya on our WhatsApp number as well. And our lines are open. We will be back with this conversation. And I hope you're learning because we're taking notes. There's so many more things to come after the break. Let's take that break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Your World Monday edition, where the Mkikuyu in me was just coming out right there. And on every single Monday, we talk about mindful things. We enlighten you on things that are happening. And today is no different because we're talking about a Swiss Contact PropelA program that equips young people with hands-on experience in high-demand trades such as electrical installations. We've just had a story from Emmanuel who studied halfway, quarter-way, somewhere economics. That was the journey, and then bumped into this amazing program, and now a life-changing experience for him. And this is implemented in the collaborations of NITA. We have Don Bosco, Boys Town, and other industry players. And just before the break, we have Dr. Harish, and I said that we're going to find out from Dr. Harish what is it that appealed to him and his company to join, be part of, and collaborate with the PropelA program. Dr. Harish, maybe you can tell us a bit more about that, and probably what the benefits, some of the benefits that probably your company has experienced by getting into this collaboration.
Great, thank you. So we started the program when Hilti Foundation first approached us. They wanted us to join to be part of the private sector. When we joined, we were part of the curricular development, and then part of the program, the whole ecosystem is the private sector, Hilti Foundation as the sponsors, Swiss Contact as the implementer of the program, NITA as a regulator, Don Bosco as the Tibet organization.
Yeah.
So all of these institutions come together to get people like Emmanuel through the program, and it is quite difficult. That because it's a long program, it's not just you're in classrooms and then you are in industry. It is you're in classrooms 1 week, you're in, there's structured learning in the classrooms, there's unstructured learning on the job sites for 3 weeks, and then it alternates all the way through for 2 years, which we found as a private sector, one of the great benefits is that we are able to evaluate the candidate throughout these 2 years. Also, the candidate also evaluates us throughout the 2 years, whether it's something he wants to do or she wants to do, because it is a career, it's a long-term profession, trade. It's something that we have as a contractor been involved with more than 55 years in this country. So we're quite passionate about the field, and we are looking for the same passion. People coming to work in our organization and be part of this program. One of the great benefits we have is that the young generation coming in, they bring a lot of vibrancy, enthusiasm, especially our Waze workforce. They're a lot more encouraged.
Yes.
You could see the energy first thing on a Monday morning. They come on the building site, they joke, and it's really, the productivity increases. It is a real bonus. We have also been part of the traditional program where the candidate is in training for 18 months, and then the last 3 months he's with the organization. We found that those 3 months, the candidate's with us, but there is not that much we can allow him or her to do because they're just unfamiliar with it. But this program, day one, you are, a lot of the equipment they have is a lot newer than ours. Ours is battle hardened, sellotape together, and it's fit for warfare, but not fit for learning.
Yeah.
And one of the great things about the program as well through Don Bosco is that their workshops are immaculate. They're really well done. They have the latest toys, equipment. So the candidates are learning firsthand all the products that we are installing in the job sites.
Yeah.
So it's not as if it is a theoretical, it is real. What we are doing on the job site is what they're learning in the workshops, in the training institute. So it really complements the training. Also for us, we have candidates who are further afield, not necessarily in Nairobi, where we have job sites, for example, in Bondo, in Imali, in Kilifi. We send them out. They work on those job sites for 3 weeks, and then they come back for the training. So they also get used to that our work is not just in Upper Hill, it's wherever it's needed.
And do you get, at the end of the 2 years, have you been able to probably just, have some of them just stay on, get on full employment? Is that something that you've experienced?
So during we have this now a third cohort.
Okay.
The first cohort, all of them are now with us.
Wow.
They're now part of the mentor program to mentor the now cohort 2 and cohort 3.
Yes.
So we are finding also that the youngsters respond better to their own age mates when it comes to training. They don't like us telling them how to do things. But it's great because now it's they're
passed on skills, which is good.
Exactly.
So that it's not, you don't have to be there doing that because they went through the program. They know what it takes. They have a job now. Then they're able to probably just pass on, guide the next cohort that's coming.
Exactly.
Which is beautiful.
It's not necessarily the technical skills. The technical skills we will help improve.
Yes.
But it's also the soft skills, which we found as an organization we were really bad at. We are great plumbers, but we are not necessarily great teachers of plumbing, which is where partnering up with organizations like Don Bosco really is great because they are able to teach the profession. We are able to execute that profession.
Great.
So it is a great complement to the program, and then they are able to also teach things like team building, punctuality.
Showing up, speaking up for sales. Those really soft skills.
The soft skills, exactly.
Yeah.
Which Don Bosco does really well.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're really glad. The part of the program highlighted, that we didn't have great mentors because the people that we had weren't able to teach. But part of the program, our people were trained to be mentors. To pass on those skills in a way that is quite productive for the generations to come.
That's true. Even how we studied in school, I don't think the young ones would be able to sit through a class like that. It's like blah, 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 and it's not like that anymore. And Emmanuel, I know we started this conversation with you being humble. So now we are not humble anymore. Let's talk about the competition and you being a winner of that. Maybe you can take us through that experience.
So I went for the World Skills 2024 edition. And it was stiff. Let me be honest, it was stiff. But one thing about it, I was at ease because you see, I was already exposed to these tools, the complex projects, being at the company, and then also had mentors, my engineer. So they stood with me. So going for the competition, and it was a 21-hour project. So yes.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
Like when you start at 21 hours later.
So you do it in 3 days, 7 hours.
Okay.
So that's where some of the soft skills comes. Planning, time management, goal orientation, and then also problem solving. How you're able to, because when someone gives you a task or a project, they don't give you an easy task. Yeah. They give it to you because they know you can solve the problem behind it.
Yes.
So I was able to do it with ease because of the training, the exposure that I had at the company, and I am glad to them, forever grateful. Also to my trainers at school at Don Bosco, Mr. Paul, Mr. Kevin, Madam Veroline, they stood with me. The workshop, the facilities we had there at school.
Yeah.
So I can say they're world class. I'll be honest, let me brag about them. Not being humble. They're world class.
Yes.
So, and that's where I stood out above the rest. And then soft skills in terms of explaining, because there's a part in the competition where not only are you doing, but you also explain to the judges.
Yeah.
What's this function for and all that. So that's where you have to be confident. Speak up, know what you're doing, have the theory behind it. Apart from the know-how, the technical know-how. Yeah. What's this function? What does it do? So that's why I was able to defeat my competitors. Being the best. So it was an opportunity, and also now looking forward for the next level, which is God willing in August, the African level in Zambia. Hoping to put a mark for Kenya on the board.
I'm so happy you changed careers. I can't help but just celebrate you in this moment.
Thank you.
I'm really, really excited. And I think I'm just going to rope you in, Jimmy. What does the future look like? And what is the uptake of people joining and being eager to get hands-on skills? We're growing up, get an office job, sit there, that is what counts. But right now we're seeing that skills are the new currency. Like, absolutely. You don't have to be employed. You can create your own business because you have the skill. You don't need to hire somebody else. You start, you are the capital, you are the source, So what's the uptick like, and what does the future look like?
Yeah, I mean, exciting days ahead. I would say, just to comment on what Dr. Harish mentioned, 80% of the class that graduated this year, cohort 1, have been retained in their companies. So this is a higher retention rate compared to any other program in the conventional marketplace. So in terms of the future, one, we are excited. We always looked at the first phase as prototyping. Can this model work in Kenya? Would private sector be able to take it up? Would there be interest from the TVET institutions? Would we be able to rope in sufficient support? And we have seen that, yes, this model does work in Kenya. So the question for us is, how do we broaden and deepen? So in the next few years, starting next year, we shall be looking at other trades outside of construction. We started off in plumbing and electrical. We shall now go into other trades which are skills critical. There is demand in the marketplace, and there is a willing private sector. So we started in Nairobi. We are now in Mombasa as well. So it's really exciting times, lots of opportunities for young people, lots of opportunities for private sector to get on board. And now that we have proven that the model works, the young people are productive, they are value for money, and it's really one of the answers to the youth unemployment problem we have in Kenya today. Okay.
Now, I think the other question would be probably the availability of this information for people to join. Say, for example, how he learned about it, and is this information nationwide? Like, is it open? I know we are on national television right now talking about it, but how deep has it gone into the different societies and communities we have in the country?
Yeah, so we have a very aggressive communication strategy going into social media, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, all the places that young people like Emmanuel are likely to be found. Yeah. But as well on our website, the Swiss Contact website, you will be able to find information on how you join. We are currently recruiting the 4th cohort for PropelA. So I would really appeal to any young person out there that is inspired by Emmanuel's story to reach out and find PropelA. You can Google online. I'm sure you will find a lead. You could as well approach Don Bosco Boys Town Karen. They will give you an opportunity and guidance on how to participate in the program.
Great. Ms. Jane, NITA does a very vital role. It has a very vital role in making sure that they are protected, that they are in the right spaces, and the companies they go into are also, doing what they're supposed to do. For companies probably that would like, so Dr. Harish has already gone through the process. I mean, he's in there, cohort 3 in, but what does it take? What are some of the things that you will look at and, to verify that, yes, you want to be a part of this, but this is what you need to have ticked in your boxes to be a part of these programs?
Okay, thank you. And the company also requires protection from the apprentice, because he could also not go to work and take advantage of the employer.
Yes.
So the contract is for protection of the two.
Both.
Yes.
Yes.
So employers, the program is run also on industrial training levy, the levy which is normally contributed by the employers in Kenya, collected through the Kenya Revenue Authority. So that would be a requirement, because during the in-center component, remember when the 1 week he is in the college, he is not delivering for the employer. He is only working for the employer for the 3 weeks. So the regulation requires that when the apprentice is in the center, then the levy meets that cost.
Okay.
So even if the employer will pay, we will be reimbursed at 200%. And we would also want to fast track that, because remember, the employer is continuously paying. Now they are in the 4th cohort. The first cohort just completed, and we are supposed to have reimbursed by now. So the idea is to ensure that they get their reimbursement soon so that they can continue with the others. Then the other thing is to ensure that the certification process also goes through.
Okay.
Because remember, they are supposed to get a certificate, which is also recognized through the Kenya National Qualifications Authority.
That's true.
So those are some of the things that we would want to do. Then ensuring that even the curriculum is on time and it is finalized, and that the voice of the employer through the curriculum is there. So those are some of the things that we wish to do, and we normally do.
Okay.
Then also ensuring that, the employer has to have not the adequate facilities. So we have to go there and confirm. So the employer would have to open the doors for us.
Yes.
So we confirm.
Yeah.
And then once they participate also in this curriculum, they're able to say this is missing. Remember, they are all doing slightly different things.
Yeah.
So we have to have a wide variety of employers. In fact, a certain employer was telling me, now we need to do another form of plumbing, maybe for industrial, like for delivering gas and milk.
Okay.
Because this could be more of household.
Yes.
So that comes from the employers. So then the employer would also have to have that master trainer. And we have a curriculum which we have developed with the International Labour Organization. It is called In-Company Trainers Manual. And that manual, we take they nominate the person and we take them through so that they can understand. Remember, these people in the companies, they are not teachers.
No.
But we can bring them to a certain level where they are able to handle somebody who is coming from an institution or somebody who is taking a course from them. Again, that becomes very, very critical.
Yeah.
And the reason why we have done this like now in line with ILO is because whatever apprenticeships we do are called quality apprenticeships in line with the Geneva Protocol of 2023, which now also brought up the quality apprenticeships.
Yes.
They address decent workforce, decent workplaces, decent employment.
Yeah.
That's what ILO is majorly about.
Okay.
So again, as an authority, we are aligned to that. So we want to keep on ensuring that even the employer themselves, they provide decent work.
Okay.
So if an employer does not have adequate workforce, then they may not be able to take up. And that's why we actually go there, we verify the workshops, we verify that the employees are there.
Yes.
In the trades.
Yes.
That the persons are supposed to take.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, great. And just going back to how you got into this, what would be the thing that you would tell other people also in the private sector, being like, why would they adopt this? Why is it important for them to be a part of this program, Dr. Harish?
Okay, as an engineer, one of the skills that we are supposed to do is transfer knowledge.
Yes.
And also, we are not going to be working until we are well past retirement, so we actually need the young workforce come in, take over where we are going to leave. And this is quite a structured program. If you're unsure how you're going to do this, be part of the program, it'll give you the whole 360. It'll give you the school, it'll give you the program itself, also the recruitment. So what we look for is, if you're passionate about our work, we'll look to train you. And what it means is that the candidates come to us, we interview them, then they are part of our workforce, and then we pay the school fees, and then they go to school. And then at the end of the program, hopefully, they will continue to work with us. Hopefully, because it's a two-way thing, because it is quite tough. It's not an easy role. So what we will endeavor to make sure that every candidate who joins will finish the 2 years and at least get qualifications, and we hope they will continue to work with us, because we have invested in them and they have invested in us.
That's true.
So and what binds us is actually the passion for the work. And the more passionate you are, everyone comes in the morning, says, how are we going to do this? Is problem solving, as a goal orientated. And we are working in diverse locations. So it is quite a good team experience. And also now, because now we are now level 3 or going to level 4 now, there's also that camaraderie within the cohorts. So there is a lot of mentoring, teamwork, pulling each other up as they go along. They may be a bit more comfortable talking to their peers rather than talking to their supervisors. And then that builds momentum. And we want to build on that, because now it gives us very good workforce. They are educated, they are well skilled, and they will continue to be, they graduate to junior plumbers, and then they graduate to senior plumbers, and then supervisors, and so on and so forth. So it is quite it's a career, but it may not be a career for everyone. But it is definitely something that we are quite passionate about, and we've been doing so for more than 55 years. So so we want to carry on and make sure that even we carry on for a bit longer.
And I think that is what you're doing with getting the young ones to join in. You're building also a culture which is beautiful, because it's trained from the beginning. So if they become mentors, and then they pass on the same thing. So you get into this organization and you find some seamless kind of, working nation, which is beautiful. For anyone who's watching, a young one who's watching, is coming to the end of the show, Emmanuel, how would you encourage them, or what would you say to them when it comes to joining this particular program?
For me, I will tell them first and foremost to be committed. To be hardworking, because in this type of program, you have to be commitful. You have to put everything in, concentrate on it, because there's no way you say, I want to do maybe plumbing or electrical, and then maybe you say, no, I want to go into journalism. No. So you have to be committed. Then you also have to be, I say, respectful, because you're working at the company. Remember, you're working maybe Dr. Rishapa. So you are working with peers who have been in the industry for many years. They know the do's and don'ts. They know how to do this. So you have to be humble also. To learn. This is an opportunity that is awesome, that will impact your life. It impacted me. I remember when I was graduating, I graduated with a first class also.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I graduated with the first class, and I remember the first person I went to meet was my engineer, my mentor, Engineer Ron, and I told him, thank you. Because they stood with me. Everything that I know, I learned from them. And it would have been different had I gone maybe to just study in school and then now be at the company for 3 months or 4 months maybe. I would have maybe learned less, been exposed to less. Right now I've got adequate skills, what the industry needs. You know, most of the graduates who come from the school in the normal learning fail maybe to get what is required by the industry. For anyone who wants to join the program, you want to get what is there in the industry, you learn what is there, what is required. You know, also the market changes, technology changes. So you are able to be at the forefront and learn as it changes. So for anyone who wants to be there, join PropelA. As Mr. Jimmy said, join on the PropelA TikTok platform. apply Cohort 4. I am mentoring also some of my Cohort 2 and Cohort 3.
Yes.
And it's easier for you to train them and tell them rather than him, because they, we are like peers.
Peers and listen.
Yeah,
from
they
you.
listen to,
Yeah.
and then it's
and then
easier.
probably you understand the language as well.
Yeah.
You'll know how to communicate with people your
Yes.
age in a way that they understand.
Yeah.
And I'm being told we have like a minute to the end, and I'll give this opportunity to probably Jimmy to give us your parting shot. You said TikTok is where people can.
TikTok and Facebook page, and also on the Swiss Contract website.
Okay. Your final and parting shot before we come to
Yes, my final words would be to the private sector out there. This is an exciting opportunity to be part of the solution to the skills mismatch that many times people talk about. The PropelA program is that platform for you to join, like Dr. Harish has mentioned, in plumbing and electrical trades. There are hundreds of young people out there looking for opportunities, talented Kenyans. Let's give them a chance through the PropelA program.
Absolutely. And when is the next intake? Is it
November.
November?
Yes.
November. Fantastic.
Yes. And the
Really good
recruitment
time.
is going on right now. Just go onto our platforms. You'll find the form. Please apply.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Mr. Jimmy. Thank you so much, Ms. Jane. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Dr. Harish, for joining us and enlightening us on opportunities that are there for the young people who are looking to just get hands-on, get into the job market. Like when you get in, it's a sure way to win. It's a sure way to win. It's a sure way to get something out of whatever process you're going through the program. Asanteni sana.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And that is all we had for you for this hour. Please stick around because we dive deeper when we talk about soft skills. What are we talking about and what is happening in our TVET institutions, because they are also in collaborations with an amazing program as well called No One Out. So we're going to be talking about that in the next hour. Don't go too far. This is Your World.